I will say something else before talking about PhD training. Many years ago, when Timo Veromaa returned from stage, so he asked me. I was talking about PET studies and metabolic studies in PET, and I was quite excited. But then he was starting to ask me that, but what is your position? What is his global position? And I could not answer anything. But now I have figured out an answer. While if just to promote this PET center expertise here for this audience and the pharma audience, so I like to say that if you put in the Web of Science diabetes and positron emission tomography, so Turku PET Center is number one, and the first researchers are from here. So I mean we are in the top. So that's the answer to you, Timo, now. We have big renovation of system 2010, and thereafter we have got one joint graduate school, Turku University Graduate School, which has nowadays 1,800 registered doctoral candidates. It's a huge number, of course, and then we have doctoral programs. That nowadays 16 different ones. You will see soon more details of those, and then we have annual funding from the Ministry of Education and Health. At the moment, we will get funding, or our target, our goal annually is to have 184 doctoral degrees, which is the number we have achieved, also in the 3-year average value. And the objective here is, they are to promote systemic, efficient, and high-quality doctoral training and supervision to support completion of doctoral degree in 4 years net time, even part-time. It takes longer, and in fact, the average is at the moment between 6 and 7 years, unfortunately. And the third one is to train highly qualified experts with the skills required for the academic research career and the positions of expertise, so experts to the society. We have these doctoral programs now within the 8 faculties, and perhaps some point here is to say that from these faculties, Faculty of Medicine has more doctoral programs than the others, but all have at least one doctoral program which they are coordinating. And that is a very important detail, is that you can also have doctoral candidates from different faculties in those doctoral programs, which is like maintained or mostly organized with a total different faculty. So this kind of inter-faculty type of model is nowadays, and this multidisciplinary model of action is something very, very important as we think. So after me, Kati Elima will talk about these specific things which now has been developed within InFLAMES together with doctoral programs and graduate school. And then the third talk will be something very special message. As pointed here in the upper corner, you can see that we have only 190 funded PhD positions annually, which is pretty low number if we have nearly 10,000 and then 10 times more doctoral candidates doing PhD. We have also 200 or more positions which are funded from project money or Academia Finland money. So, but anyway, rather much of funding is still collected from foundations, personal grants, and that kind of stuff. So that makes this very important to find other ways and new innovative ways to support PhD training. So that was my short intro. If you have some questions concerning this kind of basic things behind this, so please ask me. If not, so then we can continue with Kati's talk. She was not able to come physically here, but
Kati will be online.
Yes.
So Kati But I'm going to tell you a little about the education we offer under InFLAMES Flagship. And the education we do here is now organized under a special unit called Doctoral module. And to tell you some things what that is and how you can take part into the education we provide, I'll go through the general idea first. So what's a doctoral module? Well, in short, it's just an educational entity we developed for this flagship to provide our doctoral candidates postgraduate training. We are not a doctoral program as such. We offer education for those that are already doing their PhDs in some of the doctoral programs of our university or in Åbo Academy. And we provide tailored education for all our doctoral candidates that work on the fields of immunology or immunology-based drug development or diagnostics. And everything the students take, the courses they take under our educational unit, the earned credits, they can then be included into their own postgraduate studies for their PhD. We also prepare the candidates for all kinds of different careers they could want to go after PhD to, and they could be going into academia or industry or to other career paths. And we try to provide something for all these categories. This doctoral module itself, it consists of sub-modules, and one can then choose from those sub-modules and compile one's own desired study composition. And a few words about what those things then are. But first, to whom is this module for? Well, foremost, it's for the doctoral candidates that work under our flagship. But then also, and this is important in this context, that also other interested parties like you there in the audience can also participate in these courses and lecture series and seminars that we organize. Of course, space permitting, that means that some of these educational things we do, they are like group work things that there's a limited number of spaces available for students, and then for those types of things, we might not be able all the time or every time take extra attendees, but many of the courses, lectures, seminar series are such that also others can take part. And in the end of the presentation, I tell you how to know about those things and how to get involved. The module itself, as I said, consists of different sub-modules, and the sub-modules can then be categorized into 3 different ones that are listed here. So we have all types of education available. And from the general studies, those you can see here that we now have planned, we have like communication and presentation skills. That course is now ongoing. We have an innovation and business lecture series that our esteemed professors of practice are taking care of right now. That's like an ongoing course also. And we will be having some courses that will deal with writing and publishing. And then since we have so many visiting professors coming each year to work here, we also have asked them to take part in career guidance, some kind of mentoring, tutoring things, and those things will be also set up during the course of this year. Some things about the research method training we are providing. We will be setting up this lecture series on different methods in immunology that will be taught again by the visiting professors, but then we'll also have hands-on training and lab demos. The 3 first ones are listed here are such that we already have, well, except the imaging one, we already have the dates and the things that will be in or will be taught there set up. So the flow cytometry course and the immunohistochemistry course are already planned to the extent that we will be telling you about how to get access to those courses. And then during the fall, the imaging course will also start. And we will be thinking other topics and also taking suggestions from everybody. What are the things that would need hands-on training to be provided for? The last big category of the sub-modules is the research field-specific studies. Under that topic, we have different seminars. Many of those are like the regular immunology seminar series that already are up and running here in the campus area. Then there are our own flagship seminars. And then for the students, we will be arranging some like specific seminars for only those that take the module for their studies. And then one thing that might be interesting to you are the courses called Basic Immunology and Advanced Immunology that I will show you the program of pretty soon. And then eventually also some journal club type of education will be provided. About the basic immunology course that I just mentioned, that's something that is interesting to many people. It's organized in conjunction with the Institute of Biomedicine. Specifically, Arno Hänninen and Marko Salmi have been instrumental in setting up this program. And as you can see, it consists of a lecture series where the experts of our campus area are talking about very basic things about immunology. What do these immune cells do, and what kind of diseases are linked to immunology? So this is like a very basic course to get to know more about immunology if one hasn't studied immunology before and would like to know more profound things about it. And after this course, we will be arranging an advanced course on immunology, and that will be course on advanced immunology. But that has not been set yet, which date that course will be on. So all in all, we have organized education for the whole year. And from this clock-like picture, you can see how they are organized now. Most of the 3 courses seen here are already up and running. Then comes the flow cytometry practical training. And then the fall program will be ready soon, and we can tell you about the dates and the programs for the fall in the near future. And during the whole year, all these things will be going on also. After 2022, we will be repeating these things for the next 2 years also, of course, changing some of the topics. But if there is high interest into some particular course, we will be, of course, arranging that one again as many times as needed. So for the general information on how to know about these things, usually we inform about the upcoming courses and other events via our email lists and our weekly newsletters. But we also advertise these things as broadly as we really come up with where to put the advertisements. How do you register for the courses? Well, for those who are University of Turku students, it's quite easy. You usually do it via the PEPPI study system. But if you're not a student in University of Turku, you can contact our research coordinator, Sampo Koivunen, directly. This is his email address, and he will then register you and send you all the necessary information regarding the courses. We also have web pages that the links to them are listed here, and you can find some info on those too. And if you have any questions, you can, of course, contact me, but also Sampo will be available for all these questions and inquiries For example, if you want to request to subscribe to the email lists or the newsletters, then you could ask him to do that, and so you would get the information of all the upcoming educational things we do. I think Sampo is present there, so you could also talk to him later today and get more information already today. But that was like shortly what we have now ongoing in our module and how to get access to these things.
As you heard previously, Kati told you about the educational program in one specific research area. And I'm going to tell you more about how to become a PhD, and especially the iPhD, which is more like an educational process. This is one of the doctoral program, drug research doctoral program, as you were presented here previously. So we are part of the UTUGEAS, and we are quite young since we joined the UTUGEAS in 2014, because before that we were a national drug research doctoral program that was organized differently then. And also, as Pirjo told you, many of these research doctoral programs, they are part of the many faculties. And for Drdp, we are part of medicine. We are coordinated by Faculty of Medicine, but we have students from Faculty of Science and Faculty of Technology. And that means that our students will earn a different degree depending on the faculty that they are studying. So we organize this very disciplinary, interdisciplinary higher education training and courses, and we have the same system and the other UTUGEAS doctoral programs, so that we have a formal education for 40 credits for a degree. And we have different levels of courses. One of the level is that we are organizing our own very specific drug research courses, and they are coordinated by Drdp. Then we have the courses organized by the faculties, and of course the valuable transferable skill training, which are organized by the UTUGEAS. At the moment, I'm the director of the program, and we have a vice director, Teijo Saari, and our valuable coordinator, Eva Valve, there also. And then about the specific iPhD track, which is part of the Drdp. So Drdp training is mainly covering, we are trying to cover the whole drug development process. So we have students who are studying doing their PhD research on the future drug targets, for example. Then we have preclinical, clinical drug research and development also. Some of them are doing more pharmaceutical development also, pharmacoepidemiology. And then we also nowadays put more effort also with the technical Faculty of Technology to the diagnostic supporting drug research, and also some other development methods or models for the drug research. The PhD track is public-private partnerships. We started 2019, and all the students that are on that track are doing research on the topics with the mutual interest of the academic partner and the company partner. This track gives the career path to scientific experts in applied research, because mainly of these research projects that are initiated by the companies, and they are doing more applied research. We feel that we are going to get experts, scientific experts that have a capability to work in the interface of these both different environments in a real life projects. And also we feel that because all of these projects are also collaboration projects, we feel that the complementary competencies in this higher academic education and industrial experience make a nice match here also. These are the stakeholders and roles in the iPhD collaboration project. And remember now the keyword here is a collaboration project, so that there's always one research group, which is the academic training group, and then there's a project group in the company, internal group, which gives the industrial training. And then between we have supervisors, we can have several, but the minimum requirement is that we have one academic supervisor and we have one industrial or company supervisor. Then University of Turku takes care of this required 40 credits, so that the formal education is organized by University of Turku and all these levels that I explained to you earlier. Then the one which is very important for the DRDP, I really emphasize on this, that we have a follow-up committee. This can be called as a project steering committee, for example. Of course, the supervisors are there. Of course, the PhD student is there, but there are also some other experts from the industry or the academic. And then there's always one so-called external member, which means that it's external. It's a senior scientist from the university, but it's external to the project, so that we have a kind of mentoring person there for the PhD candidate. This is where we are now. As said that we started 2019. We now have 15 ongoing projects with the 15 students, and already one graduated last year. We have 5 companies and faculties participating in this. We have 9 students in Faculty of Medicine, 4 Faculty of Science, and 2 Faculty of Technology. Supervisors, we have 19 academic and 18 company supervisors, which is a really nice balance. We sometimes have 2 academic, 1 company, and vice versa. We started 2019, we got our first 3 students, and now we have very nice increase. So we haven't been advertising this so much, but I can tell you that we have so-called returning clients, so that those companies who have had early on some of our PhD students, they are coming and contacting us to have new collaborations, new PhD students. So that might be something that we can be proud of, that we have done something so that this is really needed. And the figure from 2022 is 5 so far, but we have second application period ongoing, and the enrollment start next fall. So we are waiting for about 4 to 5 new students. So the total for this year will be perhaps already 9 new students. Then this is a historical picture. It is the signing of the first master agreement with the rector of the university and the company representative Antti Haapalinen for Orion and some other stakeholders in the DRDP here. So I'm happy to answer any questions here if you